Hey, what's up, founders? Steve Aiken here, and I'm coming to you today with my three favorite books on personal growth. Now, as executives, you know personal growth is it's a big deal for us, right? You have to grow your business. In order to grow your business, you have to grow yourself. It sucks. It's kind of hard sometimes, but it can be very addicting. It's a very positive thing to go through, and it's generally good for everyone around you. As you build yourself up, they build themselves up too. So here are my favorite three books on personal growth. So first, start off with the classic, Awaken the Giant Within by the legendary Tony Robbins or Anthony Robbins. Now this book is it's not just on the strategies of mindset and how there's a giant within you and you could be anything, you could do anything. You just have to kind of build the mental framework to allow yourself to do that. It's a bit more than that. It's a bit more tactical as well, which is super helpful. Helps you write down like your core values and your core principles and things you didn't realize were drivers to you, but forces you to use them as a driving force to propel yourself to the next level. It's a fantastic book. It's kind of a thick read, a big read. I plowed through this in a couple days. This is a quick one. They have it on audiobook, but it's not the greatest. It's really abridged. I've never seen the audiobook unabridged. This is something you do not want to abridge. You want the full, every word version of it. Just get the soft cover, mass market now. Grab that. You'll do yourself a massive, massive favor. Next, we have a nice Eastern and Western classic, The 7 Minutes of Magic by Lee Holden. So the book is all about using a little bit of a little bit of yoga, a little bit of qigong, a little bit of meditation. You know, I'm a black belt, startup black belt at my company. I'm actually a Jeet Kune Do black belt for those of you who don't know. And it resonated really well with me when I was going through more of my intermediate to beginners training, because you realize that routines matter. In training, obviously you have your warm up, your cool downs, you have your actual training routine, what you do the day before, the day after. This is about your daily routines, your daily habits that build you to be both physically, mentally, and emotionally strong, which, as we know as founders, is not an easy thing to keep up with. We have to keep up with it. So this has got an awesome 7 minute morning routine. I've been doing a modified version of it for years. I highly recommend that you check it out and try one. You need a morning routine. You need a morning routine. Can I say that again? Ask anybody who's high performing. You need a morning routine. If you're not, you could be doing better. This is your baseline. Imagine if you were doing better. It also has a cool night routine. Helps you unwind, helps you sleep better, takes the stress out of your life. I highly recommend it. And last, we have a book called Verbal Judo by an interesting guy, George Thompson. Now, George is a professor. He was an academic on the level of a high level professor. I think he was a professor at Princeton or some Ivy League, something like that. But he also went to teach in the schools, right? Like the inner city schools, the not so great schools where kids didn't really have a choice, they didn't really have a chance to be anything in life. He went and taught there and didn't have enough in the academic world, so he went to teach these, I guess, underserved, underprivileged children, whatever you want to say, to help them level up their lives and step into the roles they were born to be in. And beyond that, he decided to go become a cop, a street cop, rolling around in, picking up criminals, DUI arrests, all kinds of crazy stuff he talks about in the book. And he talks about the technique he invented called verbal judo, which is effectively his martial art. He's another black belt martial artist like myself. And it talks about how he is using this verbal judo as his first line of defense on the street when he was a cop to disarm and defuse subjects before anything bad happened. He had great compliance, low complaints, which is apparently really hard to do as a police officer, as I could possibly imagine. You're giving people tickets and arresting them. They're not going to love you for it. So he's got some great techniques, really like high-level strategies on how to get into somebody else's shoes and see where they're coming from before you act. And then on-the-ground strategies of like, these are the specific things you say, these are the specific patterns you get into to not only diffuse any subject, but to just kind of win, right? Like, not in a bad way, but to win your arguments, to get people thinking the way you're thinking of, to put yourself in their shoes, and just to get compliance. The whole point of the book is to get non-physical, non-violent compliance from people when he was a cop, and it worked when he was in schooling and in teaching too. So 3 great reads. for your personal growth. I highly recommend you check them out, founders. You want more of this stuff, you can always subscribe to my channel. Follow me on any of the platforms. It's either at Steve Awaken or at Startup Black Belt. Check me out at startupblackbelt.com, and I'll catch you next time.